Hello children, good morning everyone. Now today we are going with the functions of leaf. We go with activity 6 of page number 88. We continue our lesson plants. So functions of a leaf. Leaves play an important role in life of plants, isn't it children? Plants also breathe like us. Do you know which part of the plant acts as their nose? Yes, even plants also have nose. Let's we see. Activity 6 Stomata observation. What are these stomata? How do we observe? Where do we observe these? Let's we see. Take a fleshy leaf. Peel the outer layer of the leaf and place it on a slide. Put a drop of water on it and observe it under a microscope. Try to find some bean-shaped parts. Actually, on the leaf, we see some pore-like structures, children. Those pore-like structures, when we peel off the cover of the leaf, we could trace out them. When we see under a microscope, we could notice them. See, when we see under a microscope, how could we see? Through a magnifying glass they have shown here. The pores you could see. Opened stomata, closed stomata you could, where the exchange of gases takes place. Carbon dioxide will be leaving out, oxygen leaving out, water coming out. Yes. See here, stomata. Stomata. More are called stomata, singular is called stoma. Stoma are the pores in a leaf, mostly on the undersurface. Each pore is surrounded by a pair of guard cells. You could see kidney shaped cells we have here. The guard cells we call them. Guard cells can change shape to open or close the stomata. See, while opening, while closing, the shape of the guard cells changed. See children. They become swollen, turgid, and then they open. And they send the water whatever it has. Again they shrunken. It's a flaccid we call it. They close them. These guard cells contain chloroplasts. They are covered by cell wall. They consist of a vacuole and a nucleus in them. When cells become turgid, stoma will open. When cells become flaccid, stoma will close. What happens when they become turgid? The radially oriented cellulose microfibrils, they will be dragging the guard cells away from the pore. Due to that, the pore will be opened. When it becomes flaccid, the water completely when it is removed, again these radially oriented cellulose microfibrils come together. Then the stoma will be closed. So function of stomata. What goes out, what goes in? Oxygen goes out, water goes out, but carbon dioxide comes in. Through stoma, carbon dioxide will be taken by the plants inside. Oxygen and water will be given out. What process involves using carbon dioxide and water releasing oxygen as a waste product? The photosynthesis process. What is the plant using this process to make? Carbohydrates, glucose. If the plant needs water for photosynthesis, why is water coming out of the stoma? Excess water comes out. How much amount of water is needed, that water is utilized, but the excess water will be coming out through stoma. Function of guard cells. These stoma, these are leaf openings, naturally allow water to evaporate out. Okay. Why would the plant close stomata with guard cells? To prevent excess water loss through transpiration, guard cells help to conserve water. They close. So what is the point of having stomata? These stomata allow gas exchange for photosynthesis. Compare what you see under the microscope with figure 7. On comparing, we could notice the same thing. The bean-shaped part that you see in leaf acts like our nose. These are called stomata. It is useful in the exchange of gases between the plant and atmosphere. Do you know? In Warangal district, there is a traditional cottage industry where pictures of various traditional and mythological figures are drawn with bright colors on dried leaves. This artwork is famous throughout the world. Once you find out children regarding this, in the next class, I'll give you answer. I'll give you the images of these. Now, transpiration, activity 7. Do you know that excess water is removed in the form of vapors from the leaf surface? To understand this, let us do the following activity. Choose a bright summer day to do this activity. We need a bright summer day to do this activity. First, select a well-watered plant that has been growing in the sun. Enclose a leafy branch of the plant in a polythene bag and tie up its mouth as shown in the figure here. Take another polythene bag of same size and tie up its mouth without keeping any plant. Keep both the polythene bags in the sun. After a few hours, observe the inner surface of the bags. What do you see? Are there any droplets of water in any of the bags? Which bag has droplets? How do you think they are formed there? See. You could see transpiration makes water to be collected in it. Normal polythene bag, when we kept in sunlight closing its mouth, it doesn't form any water in it. But to a plant, when we tie it, it will be getting water. How? Plants find a use for transpiration. Transpiration is the loss of excess water from plant leaves. From plant leaves, water will be lost. Significance: transpiration causes enough pressure to help pull water and required nutrients up stem from roots. From roots to stem, water will be transported by this transpiration process. As part of a water cycle, trees transpire water back into the atmosphere. The water they take through roots, some of the water will be given by leaves to the atmosphere. Transpiration provides much of the daily rain in rainforest. More water around a tree, more water will be taken by the air, water vapor will be more. Due to that, rain also will be more. Cloud formation will be more. No? Due to that, rain also will be more. The average size maple tree can transpire 200 liters of water per hour during the summer. Transpiration is the driving force for pulling water up stems from roots. See, roots take up water from the soil. Water is drawn up the stem to the leaves. Then veins carry water into the leaves. Then water evaporates from the leaves. From roots to leaves, water will be transported through this transpiration. So, after a few hours, when we observe the inner surface of the bag, we see water. Yes, any droplets of water? Yes, droplets of water we see. Which bag has droplets? The bag which is tied to the plant. How do you think they are formed there? By the transpiration process, water which has come from the roots to the leaves. Plants release excess water in their body through stomata and some other parts as well. The water is released in the form of vapor, and this process is called transpiration. These vapors condense and are seen as droplets in the polythene bag. Think what will happen if transpiration does not take place in plants? Yes, if transpiration does not take place, water will be more in a plant. That water can't come out. Plant will be swelled, or the parts of the plant will be disturbed, or it may die even. Another leaf function is the preparation of food for the plant by the process of photosynthesis. We will discuss more about this in next classes, but let us see just a simple definition. Before that, you see transpiration process in plants, experiment, they tied with the rope, polythene sheath, or the water vapor formed. This is how transpiration we could note practically. Photosynthesis. In photosynthesis process, plant will be utilizing water, carbon dioxide, sunlight, and it produces carbohydrates and oxygen. Photosynthesis, utilizing photo light synthesis production of food. Next, stem provides support to the plant. Observe the stem portion of some plants that you collected for activity 1. Record your observations in table 5. For activity 1, 2, we have collected some of the plants. Yes or no, children? So you have to observe those plants, write the name of the plant here, and write whether the stem grown vertically or horizontally. Are branches present or absent? You mention. Do all plants have stems? Answer these questions after filling the table. Are the stems of all plants similar? How is the stem of the plant that grows horizontally? These questions you have to answer. Leaves and flowers grow from the stem. If you observe carefully, you will see a scar on the stem where the leaf arises. The stem branches into sub-branches and bears leaves, flowers and fruits. So whatever the plants you be collected, no, those plants you observe how the stem was and how were the branches. Okay, this is the activity you have to complete this table 5. This is your homework for this. And remaining questions I'll be giving in a written form. This is about today's class, children. In next class we continue with activity 8. Thank you.